Honestly, when it comes to High on Life, I really like the game. The moment the game started, it started with its dry humor, and it was actually hilarious to me. The story picks up instantly. You're the greatest bounty hunter out there. They show a bunch of different scenes where you're actually doing the bounty hunting, and then they show Jimmy Fallon interviewing you, a parody of Jimmy Fallon interviewing you, which is hilarious. But then they also make it seem like you don't really want to be a bounty hunter anymore. Like, you've seen enough. The character in the game has seen enough. He has already everything he wants to. You got to remember, this is a human in a alien world that he's just doing jobs. They show a little clip of the last gun that you got on the last game, which is "Let's do it," and all of a sudden you don't have that gun, and the whole reason why you don't have that gun is because that gun is sleeping with your mom. It's just a stupid joke that actually made me laugh. Another joke that made me laugh is, there's a moment where the security guard is not gonna let you go through a door, and he tells you specifically, "This is my last day. After this day, I'm going to retire." He wants to keep 100% of his integrity until the day he retires. But the only way for you to get the key to go through the door is by killing him. The game lets you try to convince him, because now in the game you have choices for dialogue. And you can do everything the game tells you to do, but eventually you're gonna have to shoot him in the face. And once you shoot him in the face, you actually kind of feel bad. I actually felt a little bad doing that. And then the game makes you feel even worse, because after you open the door, the security guard is not actually dead, but he is begging you to actually kill him, to end him, to just end his suffering. And it's either you do it or he suffers. So, like, you're gonna do it. Then after that, you kill him, then your gun starts telling you that that was kind of messed up. I feel like the game is gonna be inundated with jokes. And I know for a fact that the moment I finish the game is gonna be extremely funny, because this is just the first 3 hours of the game where I am having so much fun, especially with the jokes. The other joke that got a chuckle out of me is there's a zoo, and instead of animals, they have humans. And the humans there, obviously, they can talk. So you're trying to escape this zoo, and at the same time, you see a human, and that human talks to you, and you tell him, "Hey, I can help you escape." And he's like, "Nah, man, I'm chill. They treat me very well. Like, people pet me over here. The aliens touch me. I haven't been touched in forever back there on Earth." It's just, it's funny. It's a silly joke, but it's funny. Going back to the story, so after you have no purpose in life, technically, your sister gets into the bounty hunting and she gets in trouble. So you go out and you try to save her. Now remember, you're a bounty hunter as well, and she has a bounty on her head. When you're trying to save her, you actually have to go against other bounty hunters. Now, the rule of bounty hunting is you don't kill another bounty hunter. There's a moment in the first half an hour where there's a guy that takes his kid to work, and he's telling you that, "Oh my god, you're the greatest bounty hunter out there. We're gonna learn so much from you. We know that you know that the first rule of bounty hunting is not killing another bounty hunter. And I know that when you go in there, you're gonna kill that bounty, and you're gonna claim the money. That way you're gonna show my son how to do it." Then you go inside and you end up killing everybody, especially the kid. It's just fucked up humor that is funny. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but the game is hilarious. The game also adds a really cool mechanic, and it's a skateboard. Instead of you running around, you actually get a skateboard, and you can grind on rails. You can go fast as hell. You start shooting people while going on the skateboard. I say people. In reality, they're not people, they're aliens, but you know what I mean. The skateboarding is a great addition. I am having the time of my life, because the one thing that the game needed was speed. At the beginning, when I first started, I felt that the game was a little slow, and I felt that on the first game as well. But this one, the moment you get the skateboard, that problem is already gone. One of the other problems that I do have on the first 5 hours of the game is that I feel like the camera is a little heavy. Like, it sticks too much to the enemies, and sometimes for you to turn around, it's not about sensitivity. It feels heavy when you're moving it. I'm not entirely sure how to describe that issue, but I did see that there's a lot of options when it comes to the camera and also the resolution, especially for PS5 Pro players. You can actually do the PSSR instead of the other resolution, which is a little weird, because if the game knows that I'm playing the game on a PS5 Pro, why wouldn't it be on the PSSR from the beginning. I don't know, developers sometimes miss a lot of these things. So you start the game with the first two weapons, the first two guns. The first one is that lady type gun where it's an automatic weapon, automatic pistol, and then the special ability is that you do the slowing time on a bubble around wherever you shoot it. Then the other one is the shotgun, and the special ability for that shotgun is throwing a disc, and you can punch the disc every time it bounces off an enemy and just keep doing that over and over again. It's basically the same thing as the first game, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna add more guns, or they're gonna end up giving you all the guns that you had before and have different skills into it, because you just get into the game and you get a different mechanic, which is basically a blob, which is normally just you shoot at something and make it bigger. Once you make it bigger, you put it away, you put it somewhere to do some kind of puzzle. You obviously get the knife back, which is probably the best weapon in the game, because the first game got a DLC about that weapon. Pretty sure everybody loved that weapon. Also, you get obviously the weapons, they talk to you, which is a little weird because as a character, you don't talk, but your weapons talk for you. Now, in the story, they talk to you and they don't really get a response, and that's also the characters in the story, which is a little weird. If you're having so many weapons talk to each other and talk to you, why not have the actual character have discussion with the weapons? I don't know, that's just a little weird on their part for making a game like that. I also noticed that the enemies, the main enemies, the ones that become bosses, they actually got an introduction like the Borderlands games, where they show the enemy, show the boss, and then they get a title card on the bottom with the slow-mo, which is it's cool. I like that. I like Borderlands, so I like that addition. That's pretty cool. The other joke that made me laugh, and this one is just a little weird, is when you get the skateboard, you get a tutorial. Now, this tutorial is not like every other tutorial where the game shows you a text and tells you, you use the skateboard this way. No, the tutorial for the skateboard is basically a person recording a video telling you how to use the skateboard as if he was a YouTuber. It's just hilarious the way they implemented it.
Our Skateboard City skateboard products, and you're probably wondering, how the heck do I use this? Well, I've got great news for you. I'm Mark Sizzler, the youngest ever CEO.
Going back to the bounty hunting jokes, the game actually makes you the bad guy by telling you you're the bad guy. So the company of bounty hunters that are going around trying to kill your sister, they're called the good guys. That's their title. And the moment you start killing the bounty hunters, that makes you the bad guy. So essentially, you are the villain of the story. As you can see, this whole first impression video has been me remembering everything that I played and laughing the whole video. This game is hilarious. This is the type of game that I like playing. There is one thing that I noticed also with the music. The music is horrendous. I know we are aliens in this planet, like everybody else is an alien, and if they made music, it would sound like this. But to my ears, this music is nonsense. They have a good tempo, but the instruments, if you can call them that, make absolutely no sense. Whatever they're putting on the music board just makes no sense to my brain. It is horrible when it comes to the music. I'm telling you, I don't understand anything. There is no instrument, which if they want to say that they're making it like that because the world is an alien planet, that's cool, but also like, I'm a human player. Make me understand what the hell I'm listening to. So to end the video, to end this first impression, I would 100% recommend this game. If you play the first game, you're gonna have a lot of fun on the second game if you like the first one. If you haven't played the first game, you can play this game and understand what went on the first game and understand the story of this game. It doesn't necessarily follow the story of the other one. So overall, the game seems to be amazing. The mechanics that they introduced, like the skateboard, pretty fun. The other mechanics and other jokes that they introduce are hilarious, and I hope that the jokes keep getting better because I am having the time of my life playing this game.